Okay, so I'm just going to pick up right where I left off. If you don't know, YouTube stops you at 15 minutes, so I'm just seeing how many of these 15-minute videos it's going to take for me to get this kitchen clean. If you haven't been following, I did the first two where it was really the big disaster. You can watch that one, and I did the second one where I was letting you know how I've come this far today. And I'm still just finishing up these bowls. I came close to finishing them in 30 minutes, but I did other things in those 30 minutes, so it makes sense why they're not done. But I'm just trying to see how fast, you know, if you saw my video yesterday, a lot of people thought I was really, I was kind of sad, but I knew that there was light at the end of the tunnel, and I knew that if I just pray and have faith and hope and all that it's going to come together. It's just not yesterday. It wasn't coming together yesterday. I just couldn't do it. It was too long of a day. We had too much that happened. It's just not going to happen. But today is a fresh start and a fresh good night's sleep, and I'm tackling it again. So to catch you up to speed, here I am working on my kitchen. I have completed the first shelf and the second shelf of most dishes. Got all these washed. You should have seen the kitchen before I started. I've just washed these. I'm rinsing them. I'm getting ready to load the sink with some dirty dishes. I have this stack to do, this stack to do, this stack, this stack, this stack, and the rest of this stack. So I think I'm kind of working that way, but I may change it up. So I'm going to figure out exactly what I'm going to do now, but it's seeming to take about that much time. But what I left off with on the last video was that I think I'm going to just hurry and load these because I'm going to have to bend down too much, so you'll be able to see me because I'm just taking you down there with me. Yeah, I'm just trying to focus on being positive, trying to focus on positive words, trying to focus on good things. I'm going to talk to you here about, but I'm going to talk to you about a comment that I've been hearing a lot for years, actually, not just now. But I've heard it all over YouTube about me, and I'll just deal with it. So that includes my pot and pan lids. Oh my gosh, these pots and pans. Oh, I'll have to tell you about those in the next video because they'll be clean in the next one. We're getting washed. Anyways, so what I was going to say to you was about the person that I've been compared to, or people always say, are you trying to be the Duggars? They always say, like, if you would be like Sister Duggar or Mrs. Duggar, then you wouldn't have half the problems you have. And, you know, bless their hearts, they mean well and they have good intentions. And if I was a sweet honey like her, then maybe I would be as good as her. But then I'd have to be married to Mr. Duggar, and Mr. Duggar runs a tight ship, and those kids listen to him. They're obedient to him. My husband's not like that. My husband is not like that. He tries not to intervene with raising the kids because he gets too upset and angry. And he kind of will talk to them on occasion when I ask him to, but he doesn't run a ship like that. He would like for them to listen, and he tells them what he would like, but he doesn't follow through. You can't make a man do that. Try. Maybe your man will. I don't have my man controlled like that. He's his own person, just like my kids. And you just try to teach them correct principles, and you allow them to govern themselves, and you hope that they govern correctly. Because if not, they might need a little help in that department. But when they're adults, I mean, you've done what you can do, and you just hope that you taught them something that'll stick. I'll tell you that's for sure. But, you know, the Duggars have assignments for their kids. Their kids don't know any different, and they are really good to help at that. But, you know, with the heck I've been through and the crap I've been through, it's harder. I've already washed all those glass dishes I put in there. Isn't that crazy? Oh, man. So, yeah. Now, let's talk about why that is. I don't know. I think that sometimes you get things taught to you in a certain way, and you try to come out of it. You know, I listen to a lot of Mel Robbins and Tony Robbins and Wayne Dyer and all these people that have said good things for ages. I read a lot of autobiographies and a lot of Reader's Digest stories about famous people, and those help give me courage to keep going and realize that we're not the only one. I got turned on to a new book. It should be here tomorrow. I'm excited about that. I'm going to read it and I'll let you know how that goes. I do read a lot.
Sorry about that. Probably scared the bejeebers out of you. I apologize. Just barely hit that bowl and it fell right off. But yeah.
Years I've had to use these different tactics just to motivate me. I remember reading The Hiding Place and about Corrie ten Boom and all these World War II stories about people who are in these different concentration camps, and they're just inspiring. I remember how much they loved to clean and cook and do all those household chores, and then those privileges were taken away from them, and they were forced to be slaves and had their virtue taken from them, and their families ripped apart, and they didn't have beds to make anymore. They didn't have, the privileges that we have. They didn't really have the privileges that we have. It's just more difficult when to just keep going in those situations. It's difficult to manage. It's difficult to manage under oppression. It's difficult to manage under extreme circumstances, or hardship even, or stresses, or whatever, because it just drops you hard. It just makes it hard to get motivated. And some people are able to move past it faster than other people, and whatever. You take the time you need to heal and repair and get through those rough times, like you think about those ladies in the concentration camp, and I remember her talking about, for some reason, it's just, she talked about how, the guards were sitting there taking advantage of the women, and they'd done everything they could to sneak this Bible into the bed with them, and they took it in the barracks, and where they have all the women sleeping together on these tall bunk beds, and they just all sleep together, and they hated it because the guards would come in and they would just, rob them of the things that they hold dear, and that's the way that things ran back then, and they were just so thankful, because here they would pray and they'd want to read their Bible, but they were so thankful at one point because they got bugs, and because they had bugs, the guards wouldn't come in anymore and bother the women, and they just thanked their God for those bugs that kept them safe. And I'll tell you what, I don't want anything like that to ever happen to me and to be in my life, so I'm going to just be thankful for what I have right now in the situation I have. And those are the kind of things I pull on when I'm having a really rough time. Looks like I'll talk to you in this video about this pan. This pan I bought at Costco. It was so great that I ended up buying a second one. It is such a large capacity. I think you can still get them online. When we got them, they were on sale for $17.99, but that was only $2 off because we bought the second. So $15.99 was the sale price, and when we went back to get another one, they were all out. So instead of getting a rain check, we didn't realize we could do that on these. We thought they were just a hot item that came in and came out. But after that happened, after a while, they came back in, so we bought a second one because it's making it to where I might be able to get rid of some of my other dishes, because it just does what I need it to do in such a shorter amount of time. And it's so ginormous. It cleans up so easy, and it's just a fabulous pan. I can put all my beef in it, and if I have to, I can split it in half and put it in two if I want to season them differently for bulk cooking. It's just fabulous. I'll have to show you that. Okay, there's no more dishes that are going to sit up there, so what I do when that happens is I go ahead and take some of my dishcloths and I throw them on the counter behind me. And here's one. Get that one going. Get this guy set up here. And get another one. Yeah, so that's just been a lifesaver, that dish, and I would just highly recommend that if you have a Costco near you, or can order it online. I haven't checked to see if you can get it online yet. But it's phenomenal. Highly recommend it. I think even if it didn't even last a whole long time, it's still worth the money just for the time it saves you. But that should be the going rate for today. I'm getting ready to take my next 15-minute break. I'm going to need a break because I didn't get one after that last session because I got such a good break before it. But yeah, I'll definitely talk to you about milling in the next video. And then you'll be able to watch that here in just a little bit. So we're making progress. That's the good thing. Check it out. I've got these dishes behind me that I did. I've got the dishes here on the counter. Got the dishes in there like I showed you. And look, I only have pile 1. I got rid of pile 2 and 3. I got that pile, this small pile, and that small pile. So I don't know about you, but I think I'm going to get them done. I'm pretty excited. So hopefully if you'll just keep staying there and cheer me on and keep coming back, I'll keep doing it. So that could be fabulous. I'm going to go ahead and let this water out. It's looking kind of nasty. And then I will wash the counter down a little bit everywhere that I can see counter. And that way I can keep it cleaning as I'm going. Because it's not going to hurt these counters at all to get washed 3 or 4 times. Because I'm just doing a quick wash here and there, and each time a little more comes up. And then it's not so bad. And then when I'm all done, I just do one good wash on it, and then it's beautiful. You've probably seen that in some of my older kitchen videos. But we'll see. I hope that you've been enjoying these chats with me while I clean the kitchen. It's been fun for me to let you know what's been going on and how I think and feel about things that have been happening, and now I'll get you caught up on what's been going on in my life per se, my personal life, especially as far as the baby is concerned, and I'll get back to you with that in my next video, all right? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for your support, your kind words, and all of the good vibes that you send me. I really appreciate it. Let's keep this going, and I've got hopefully only one more session. If I could do it in 15 minutes instead of 40, that'd be awesome, right? All right, see you soon. Take care. Bye-bye.